The liberal lunatics of the mainstream media are now accusing Donald Trump of violating the Constitution because he says he's not going to accept the $400,000 a year presidential salary and instead will take a nominal $1 a year. This is from Politico.com. This is a major media outlet that is in the Washington press corps that goes to the Washington press correspondents' dinner. This isn't from The Onion. This isn't even a random tweet from some random liberal lunatic. Just listen to this. Why Donald Trump needs to take a salary. There's reason the framers wanted the president to get paid, and if their logic was good enough for George Washington, it should be good enough for Trump. In his first broadcast interview as President-elect, Donald Trump pledged that he will accept as little of the presidential salary as he can get away with. I think I will have to, by law, take $1, so I'll take $1 a year, he told CBS's Leslie Stahl. $400,000 you're giving up, she responded. As Politico says, as if this were some sort of public-spirited sacrifice. It is anything but a sacrifice. The precedent of insisting that the president accept a salary is not in his interest, but in the public interest, and it is as old as the first Congress. The American framers considered payment of the presidential salary an important duty under the Constitution. It's his duty now to waste $400,000 that he doesn't need. If the founders' reasons were good enough to persuade George Washington, our first independently wealthy president, they should be good enough for Donald Trump. Actually, you liberal lunatics, George Washington didn't want the salary either. Time magazine, the history behind Donald Trump's refusing a presidential salary. It goes all the way back to George Washington. President-elect Donald Trump told 60 Minutes earlier this week that he was, quote, not going to take the salary provided to the President of the United States by the government. Goes on to say here, after all, in the very first ever inaugural address delivered by George Washington in 1789, he said pretty much the same thing. When he had served as Commander-in-Chief of the Revolutionary Continental Army, he believed that he was honor-bound to refuse compensation and felt the same way about serving as president. I guarantee you that if there's a technicality where he has to take the salary, he'll donate it to charity, of course, probably to some veteran groups, but the liberal media will then say that he's backtracked on another promise. President Trump lied about not accepting salary. Let's impeach this dirtbag. This is the same liberal media who said that Donald Trump was putting national security at risk by not inviting the mainstream media when he went out to dinner with his family last night. NBC News literally reported, Trump leaves press behind for steak dinner, showing lack of transparency. Again, this isn't satire. This is a real article from the verified NBC News Twitter account, which then links to the article detailing how this was supposedly a lack of transparency move. This loser from the Huffing Paint Post says, quote, so Trump ditched his press pool tonight to grab a steak dinner. A terrible violation of protocol that his defenders will probably cheer. This isn't satire either. This guy is a senior political editor at the Huffington Post. A terrible violation of protocol that his defenders will probably cheer. Yes, we will. And we will laugh at you as well, you clown. Disgraced NBC News anchor Brian Williams says that 80% of the mainstream media's responsibility is protecting the president. Please tell us, Lying Williams, how you double as a Secret Service agent.
As a reporter, I'm duty-bound to say, that's fine. We defend everyone's right to dinner with their family because it's the same thing we would demand in our private lives. Just let us know because 80% of the job of correspondent is protective. It's just being there and knowing in case. And we've had instances where presidents have given the media the slip and stuff has happened and there's been a mad scramble.
Protective. They're there to protect President Trump, President-elect Trump. How can anyone possibly take these people seriously after this election? Mainstream media is dying and on its last leg, which is why millions of people are flocking to alternative media and independent news analysts like myself. I'm Mark Dice. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel here if you're new and check back every day for new reports, and I'll see you soon.